Have you ever heard a house sigh? Not a creak or a groan, but a deep, weary exhale, as if it's tired of holding its breath. That's the first thing the Miller family noticed about the old house on Blackwood Lane. It was their dream home, a Victorian relic nestled deep in the countryside, bought for a price that seemed too good to be true. The locals warned them, of course. They spoke in hushed tones about the whispering walls and the family that had vanished from the property a century ago. But the Millers just laughed it off as small-town superstition. The first week was idyllic. The scent of fresh paint and old wood filled the air. But then, the small things started. A faint whisper, like a secret being told just out of earshot. Footsteps upstairs when everyone was downstairs. A sudden bone-chilling cold that would drift through a room and vanish as quickly as it came. Mark, the father, blamed the old plumbing. Sarah, his wife, blamed drafts. But their 7-year-old daughter, Lily, knew better. She started talking to a new friend she called the Shadow Man, who lived in the long, dark hallway upstairs. Things escalated quickly. Doors would slam shut with violent force, rattling the entire house. One morning, Sarah walked into the kitchen to find every cabinet and drawer wide open, their contents neatly stacked in a pyramid on the floor. The whispers grew louder, more distinct, turning into guttural growls that seemed to come from the walls themselves. At night, they'd see it, a tall, slender shadow figure standing at the end of the hallway just watching. It never moved, but its presence was a suffocating weight. Lily began changing. Her once bright eyes became hollow. She'd sit in her room for hours, whispering to the empty corner where she said the Shadow Man lived. She told her parents he was lonely and wanted them to stay and play with him. Forever. One night, Sarah woke to the sound of Lily giggling. She followed the sound to the living room and froze. Lily was standing in the middle of the room, her hand held out as if someone were holding it. The furniture, the heavy oak table, the sofas, the bookshelves was all floating a few inches off the floor, gently swaying. That was the final straw. They had to get out. As they scrambled to pack, the house fought back. The lights flickered and died, plunging them into absolute darkness. The doors and windows slammed shut and locked themselves. A deafening roar filled the air, the sound of 1,000 voices screaming in agony. Mark smashed a window with a chair, and they climbed out into the cold night, not daring to look back. As they ran, Sarah glanced over her shoulder. In the upstairs window where Lily's room was, she saw a tall, dark silhouette, and next to it, a small, childlike figure waving goodbye. They say the house on Blackwood Lane still waits, patiently for its next family. Would you dare to move in? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more chilling stories. Thanks for watching.